When an airline takes the lead to promote their home destination, it shows they truly mean business. The CEO of Lankan Airlines, Richard Nuttall, was in India recently to connect with the Indian travel trade at an event organised by Ark Travel Group.
I mean, national carriers are always a reflection of their home markets, and they're there to serve the country that they're in. When you're in a country where 10% of the population, their livelihood comes from tourism, then you have to be connected with tourism. But also, when you look at Sri Lanka, I mean, I have worked for 8 different airlines. I've lived in 13, 14 different countries. I have never been to a country where so many people come and say, wow, the best holiday I ever had in my life. Look, India has always supported Sri Lanka. We've always been very close. We have many ties, and culturally there's a lot of similarities. Sri Lankans know how to look after Indians much better than many other nationalities. But in January this year, we had 9,000 tourists from India. That put you number two to Russia. You guys are right next door. There's 1 billion of you. We have a cultural affinity, and everybody who comes has a wonderful time. So India is a very important part of that story. The reality is that we have a hub in Colombo, and I think we have 3 major traffic flows that we need to look at. One is the diaspora, which is mainly the Sri Lankan diaspora, so obviously that's to and from Sri Lanka. But we also have an Indian diaspora, particularly those people who live in sort of secondary cities where they don't have a massive Indian carrier with a hub, who are going to countries where Sri Lanka is just the obvious connecting point. We have tourism, and that's clearly point to point, and we've talked about that a little bit. But you can't ignore the fact that we are right next to India. We're on the toe of India. The world is moving. The centre of gravity it's a gradual movement east. And so if we look at India, you've got the biggest or the second biggest population in the world. You've got a growing middle class. You've got many cities with large populations. Any national carrier will only have so many hubs. So that's where there's a huge opportunity.